Hi friends, how are you doing? My name is Maria and I'm back on YouTube for now. And the reason I'm back is because yesterday my boyfriend reminded me that all the knowledge and insights that I've gleaned over my life, especially over the 10 years that I've had as a business owner and just as a woman who's almost 40. I actually have so much that I would love to share with people, but I've allowed my own self-doubts and, just staying in the comparison trap. I've let all that stop me from sharing what I know and what has helped me in the past. And so I thought I would get back on here because there is so much that I've learned that I would love to impart with you, especially if you are looking to start your own business, or you're a woman or you're a girl and you don't feel good about yourself and you don't love yourself. Maybe you're struggling with your self-image or your self-concept. I want to share what I know to help you with that. Okay, so just real quick about me, if you don't know me at all. My name is Maria. I live in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and I've owned a fitness training business since 2014. So this year has been my 10th year. And I have been vegan for over 9 years. And I mean, yeah, I feel like my life is really good. I love my life. And it's back on the way up after COVID. So I want to share a few things that might be helpful to you. And I'm not pretending to be a millionaire. I'm not pretending to be, living like a crazy luxurious life. I'm just me, but I do own my home. And I do have a very nice car, like a Jaguar, a 2020 Jaguar that I lease, and I can afford it. And I have a lot of clients who love me and that I've built up really, really good friendships with. And I have a couple of staff. And I feel like, you know what, I'm just a middle class kind of person. But in my life, I started off in a bit of the lower class. Like the start of my life, the first 17, 18 years, I was definitely not living this kind of life, and there were a lot of moments in my childhood that were really painful, and I felt very angry all the time. And I worked so hard in my early 20s to learn about personal development and to learn about self-improvement and how I could detach from all the suffering I felt and grow as a person. So if you're in a situation where you feel like you don't have any support or you feel like a loser. That's how I felt for so long. You feel like a loser. Maybe your family is not a great family. Maybe you don't live in a great neighborhood. Maybe you don't look the way you want. But it's possible to change your life. And I don't have a course to sell you. I don't, not right now anyway. I just want to hop on here to tell you what has really, really helped me in the past. So first thing is this is a bit of a philosophical / existential / spiritual thing to do, but it's to take everything that you believe about yourself, all the different things, all the adjectives, the bad things you think about yourself, to take all that and to put it away from who you are. Because who you are is a being that is outside of all human labels. It is outside of all the pain and suffering that you have experienced so far. If you believe yourself to be a girl, say I'm Asian, right? Say I was, broke. All those things, you are not those things. Whatever you believe about yourself, say you're overweight, you're unhappy, you have depression, you're on meds, you look ugly, you don't fit in the clothes you want, you look worse than your friends, like you can't get into the school you want, all these things. First and foremost, you are not any of those things. So what that means is that you essentially free yourself from what those things mean and what those things are. Those are just words. Words are nothing. They essentially mean nothing, right? And so what we are, as each of us, as a human being, we are just consciousness that is conscious of itself. So first of all, create that detachment from what you believe you are. Because what this allows you to do is to become infinite possibilities. Then you become everything you can ever dream of. And yeah, maybe this sounds hard to do. It just takes practice, like everything else, like writing, doing math, learning how to use a phone, learning how to use TikTok. Everything is just practice, okay? This is just a self-awareness practice that you have to hone. So we want to first free ourselves of any label or any word that we believe ourselves to be trapped by. Every one of those beliefs is a trap because it prevents you from becoming anything else, reaching for more, growing into more, expanding and learning, and most importantly, loving yourself. Self-love is, it's fundamental to any sort of happy life. Okay, that's number one in the spiritual existential realm. Number two, this is more, hands-on. Number two, find a way to use an app. So have an app, find an app, and have a notebook with you so you can start to really structure your life. Before, I used to use the Notes app on my phone and on my computer for years, like 6, 7, 8 years. I used that app for years. Every day, I started to create a plan for myself. What I would do that day. What my must-dos were, okay? So if you want to have any success in life, you need to measure it. And the way to measure it is to know what you got to do that day, right? And then you can start to extrapolate farther and farther into what you want to do for the week. What do you want to do for the week? Like, do you want to smoke weed every day with your buddies? Or do you want to actually do something that makes you feel good? Like, that makes you feel proud. If you want to have any success in life, you got to track things. You got to know what the heck, where you're headed, right? Where you're headed. And also, if you want success, you got to be somebody that respects their own time and respects the time of other people. So you don't want to be late. You don't want to miss appointments. You want to be able to plan appointments. You want to start preparing yourself to, actually make your time valuable. Are you going to set up, say, a lunch date with someone that you admire? Maybe you're going to reach out. Hopefully, if not a lunch date, maybe, ask them for 10 minutes of their time to chat with them about any questions you might have. Say they're living a life that you want to live. You love how their lifestyle looks. How are you going to get there? You're going to talk to them. You're going to talk to somebody who lives the way you want. Okay? So, first of all, get an app for productivity, for to-dos, because you got to have to-dos that you can start checking off. And you know what? It feels good to check off things that you've done. And you can start just, very, very simple. I got up. I made a smoothie. That's another point for your health. I made a healthy lunch. Another point for your health. I got out for a nice jog outside, even though it was cold. Awesome. Another one for your fitness, right? Something like that. So first, get on an app. Then you can start to plan out your life and what you want to achieve and how the different increments of time, that day, that week, that month, that year, what would you like to achieve within these different increments of time? Let's get on it. And number 3, so this has to do with social, like your environments, okay? Because, honestly, we're always exposing ourselves to things, whether they're people, their beliefs, their thoughts, media, right? Energies. So many of those things just seep into us. And so, I mean, if you're not aware, you're not conscious, then you're going to allow yourselves to be pulled around by the nose by God knows who. You know, whether it's some people yelling on, you know, Instagram or whatever about, you know, politics and all this stuff. Like if you're not careful, you will allow your mind to be controlled by others. And we don't want that. So first of all, we have to look at who you're surrounded with. Let's do a little analysis, a review of the people that you have in your life, okay? Are they people who make you feel good? Do you enjoy talking to them? Or when you think about texting them, you know, you get a text from them, does it kind of drain you? Does it make you feel kind of, oh my God, this again? I mean, you know, there's going to be people like that, right? And that's okay. But if you value your time and you value yourself as a person and you value the future that you want to create and you prioritize those things, then we're going to have to do, you know, sometimes a harder thing. And we got to say to ourselves, look, this does not feel like it's pulling me to that direction. If you want a life where you're making 6 figures and your friend group is, you know, just hanging out every night and they're, you know, going to the convenience store and like, I don't know what, you know, just not doing much with their life, are they going to make 6 figures at this rate? If they're not, then you got to be like, okay, I'm basically that last person in this group. So I'm not going to make 6 figures either. Shit. What am I going to do? Another thing, another environment to review is your social media consumption. So the kind of stuff that you look at online. Is it mindless? Is it brainless? Is it educational? Is it informative? Is it just pure entertainment that adds no actual value to your life or give you any sort of motivation or knowledge or inspiration that can help you make positive changes to your life? Is it just dumb shit that people are pulling, like pranks and stuff like that? Well, is that helping you out? That's always a question. Like, is this helping me out really? Like if I only have, say, 10 years to build a fortune, build a portfolio that will last you, you know, through retirement. If you want to retire early, what do you got to cut? It's always about what you got to cut. Because before you can add, you got to make room, right? You got to make room for what you want to add. So, number 3, control your environment, clean it out, and that way you can create room for better opportunities and better inspiration and, you know, honestly, just better things and people that will keep you on the right track, because we always need that support, okay? No man is an island. No woman is an island. And number 4, this is important. And I mean, I gotta say this because I'm a freaking fitness trainer. But you gotta take care of your health. You know? You gotta take care of your health. Like, I'm turning 38 this December. The middle of December, I'm turning 38. So I'm 37 right now. And I feel better now than I did in my 20s. I feel great. And do you know why? It's because I have always made sure exercise, training, hitting the gym was non-negotiable. It was truly not a thing I was gonna slack off on. And let me tell you, I just came back from Taiwan a few weeks ago, and I had decided when I went to Taiwan, you know what? COVID was pretty hard for me. And I came away with a lot of different, just a lot of negative self-beliefs and all this, right? And I felt so weighed down, and I felt a lot of fear and worry. And so when I finally went to Taiwan, and it was a big trip for me because I haven't done a big vacation like that, like to Asia, ever, by myself. And I just let go of my gym routine. I let go of so many things to free myself. Well, lo and behold, you know, working out 3 times in 14 days, guess what happened right after I got back? I got so sick. I got tonsillitis in my tonsil here. I had the biggest inflammation just down my side. And I was out for a week, for over a week. And let me tell you, I've been vegan for 9 years now. That has happened like in my entire 9 years, like twice. And not this bad. So I was like, okay, I've learned my lesson. Working out is just not something you can slack off on. Okay? Everything you do, your entire quality of life is based on how your body operates. You can be the smartest freaking person. You can be so smart. Your IQ could be 200. But if you're constantly getting sick, you're not operating at your best. Okay? So if you don't have exercise in your daily life, let's get on it. If you have a lifestyle that you want to get to, you want to be successful, you're trying to figure it out, well, let's build up that routine. Let's build up that consistency. Let's build up that discipline and the fortitude to get through a workout every day, because all those different traits, all those qualities that I just mentioned are honed and developed at the gym. And then they will be transferred over to whatever venture or project or work or whatever that you're going to pursue for your success. And honestly, let me tell you something. People who are fit, they just get better options. People who are healthy, they look healthy, they look attractive, they look good, they look inviting, they look magnetic, they look, wow, that's impressive. You know, they get better options. I learned that in Psychology 100 when I went to university, first year. It's true. So why not be your best self? Why not strive for that, right? Why not make that a part of your routine, even just 30 minutes a day? Strength training, weight training, resistance training, all that stuff. It will do you good no matter what, in all facets of your life. Okay? Anyway, that's all I got for today. Hope you have a great day. I hope you took notes, and if you didn't take notes, you should listen to this again. And if you have any questions about what you want to hear me talk about, or any ideas, inspiration, I would love to hear it, because I want to just talk and share and provide value, insights, and you can take it however you like. But I'm just me. I'm not a multimillionaire, not yet. But I think, I just want to be as real as possible on here to help you out if you're on your journey to success and you want to hear someone who won't just blow air up your ass, because you know what? There's enough people like that. Okay, bye for now.